Well, I was really proud of our group. It was an all-out war, just an old-fashioned power football, great defenses battling against each other. And I tell you, it was first quarter was tough. I mean, that Williamson came out ready to play, played really hard, really fast, and gave us all kinds of fits offensively. We tried several different things in our game plan that we thought we may be able to get away with and couldn't. And so we made some adjustments in the second quarter just to get in more of our short yardage personnel and run the thing downhill. We tried to run with them early and knew those guys could really run, and they did. They ran well. And, that was our big adjustment there, was just let's run right at them. Let's put our biggest up front. And let's challenge them a little bit on the interior. And so that was really what we started to do going forward. Defensively, we didn't really make any adjustments, but our guys really just got after it. We started playing hard. We made some big plays in the secondary. We had a fumble inside our 30-yard line. We had a pick late that set up a score. We had a block punt that set up a score. And so our special teams, especially our punt return team, really helped put the field position in our favor. First quarter, we started, our first ball was inside the 10. Our second possession was inside the 20. And then when we were able to flip the field in the second quarter, that made all the difference in the world. And a big interception by Nate Downs and fumble recovery by Nate Downs really helped us get some things going, put us in some good field position. We were able to capitalize off of 3 of those 4 turnovers inside the 30-yard line, and really made the difference in the game. And that really also made the difference in our defense. I think they gave up 75% of their total yards in the game, all came in the first quarter. And after the second quarter, our defense didn't allow the ball to get across the 50. And when you're playing that good of defense, you're going to win a lot of football games. And hats off to those guys really playing their tails off and stepping up. And just really did an unbelievable job of keeping those guys contained. We knew they had weapons all over the field, and they could really run. And our guys kept them in front. They did a great job of tackling. So really proud of how we played defensively. The kicking game was great. We were really nervous going in about how we would handle the punt and how we'd handle their punt. But knew we could make up some ground in the game. Zach Papanassis did a great job of getting the ball down the field. We covered punts really well. Didn't have a return on a punt, which is one of our goals going into the game. So a lot of things that we did well, we talked about wanting to do all week, and our guys really prepared and really had a good, fun football game on a Friday night. And Daryl Gibson ended up with 34 carries for 134 yards. That is a token to the people that were in front of him. And he ran the ball really hard. Don't get me wrong, he ran the ball really hard and had a good, hard-nosed football game. But I'm really proud of how our blocking backs, Marcus Dees and T.J. Dudley, handled the power offense and running the ball downhill. Our offensive line played really well at getting some tough yards on the ground. And, we haven't had to do that. This season we haven't gotten in that offense and stayed in it for longer than, maybe 1 or 2 drives. But we stayed in it and sustained it. We came back out in the third quarter and had some 3rd and longs, 2 3rd and longs on our first drive in the third quarter. And Christian Ivey made 2 really big throws. One to Morris Carmichael and the other one to Orlando Watley for big first downs that kept our drives going. Getting that ball, keeping the ball for 8 minutes in that third quarter right off the bat really made a difference too, of setting the tone of the physicality for the rest of the game. And I'm really proud of our coaches and our fans. We had a great electric atmosphere. Our coaches were able to keep our guys positive when it wasn't going well early in that game. And they kept coaching and kept fighting and kept making adjustments. And I'm really proud of how we handled that. And what a great first round win at home against a very quality opponent with a very well coached football team. Williamson had an amazing year, and my hat's off to Coach Sumter and Coach Coleman and those guys that just did a great job and coming out of a really great region, and and they gave us everything we wanted. Going into this week, it's really back at home. really glad anytime we're back at Knight Stadium, that's where we want to be, of course. We have such a great fan base and atmosphere. It's always fun to be able to get lined up on Friday night at this place. And, we have a great challenge this week, a very talented Handley group that's been there before, and that was one play away from being their region champion and against a very good Lincoln team. And so this group's got some players that can make big plays. They got a running back that's really good. He's very shifty, can really move. He's one of the better ones that I've seen since I've been here at Catholic, and he creates problems just within himself. They have a defense that knows what they're doing. They line up well. They play hard. They rally after the football. They've got a player that's committed to Auburn, Dylan Brooks, 6'5", 220 defensive end / tight end wide receiver type kid that really doesn't come off the field. Has got that SEC type body. So there's going to be a lot of intangibles in this game of how well some of the big players play in this game and how well do those guys that nobody really talks about, how effective are they going to be. One thing's for sure, they're going to have a great game plan. Their coaches do a great job every week. They've given us a lot of formations and stuff to work on. As we do the same, that's what we really try to do offensively as well, is try to overload the motions and the formations into a Friday night. And so the biggest thing with us this week, we got to get lined up well. We got to rally the football. We really got to keep that running back contained. He's a very good player. Offensively, we need to score. Last week in our normal triple option offense, we were not successful with what we want to do. And so we've got to be able to dig deep this week and get back to our roots and find those things, find the seams and find the creases. We got to throw the ball better this week. And, we need to be able to spread this ball out, create some points. And I think it's going to be a really exciting football game. It's going to be a great game to be at and watch. Both these offenses have ability to score, and both these defenses are tough. And so it's going to be interesting to see how this matchup goes. But it's going to be another beautiful night at Knight Stadium, and hopefully you could be here to come watch it. Very, very good Handley football team. And our opportunity in our program, this team has a chance to be the winningest team in Catholic history. No team at Catholic's won 12 games, and this is their opportunity. This is their legacy that they get a chance to leave, and it's a big deal. And these seniors have earned it, and they've worked for this. And so the message this week has been hey, it's another game. It's another game where you have to prepare hard every single day. It's another game where there's talented players that want something that you have. And you've got to go be willing to fight every single play and to get the grind and get the inches that you need and to make the plays when called on to do it. And kicking game, of course, is going to be a big factor. It always is in the playoffs. And it's going to be a good one. It's going to be a good old fashioned another great football game here Friday night. Hope you can be here. If you can't, tune in to 96.5 Praise FM. Justin and Mike Costanza, the best radio team in 4A football, and really excited for those guys to get opportunity to come back out again. Love for you to see that and check that out. But this Friday night at home, 7 o'clock, round 2 of the playoffs. Love to see you here. Go Knights.